Welcome to our live stream of high school sports. Please note that this broadcast is produced by an independent team of sports enthusiasts, and the views, opinions, and commentary expressed are solely those of the commentators and not representative of the schools, teams, or athletes featured. While we strive for accuracy, occasional errors or misstatements may occur. This stream is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Hey, you ain't never seen nothing like this. Ain't no telling how it might get. It's the hypest right here. High school sports at its finest. So many highlights, you have to rewind it. Hey, Stream City, let me just remind you. The heart of a lion, a team full of fighters. So many stars on the field, it'll blind you. They're giving everything they got till the time's up. Yeah, legends in the making. History is made. We just getting started. You ain't seen a thing. YSN, gotta know the name. They gon' bring the flames. They gon' do their thing. Take it to another level, don't hold back. High school, got a passion and we show that. Got the drive and you know they got the heart. Number one spot for your high school sports. Let's go for the win. Hey.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is a terrific Tuesday right here on YSN Live. DJ Yokley alongside the 8-time best-selling author, as well as world traveler, Grammy and Emmy Award-winning, and soon-to-be Pulitzer Prize. Ladies and gentlemen, or was it the Nobel Peace Prize? Did I mess that up?
It was some kind of award, you know. I'm running out of wall room, so whatever it is, I don't know. We'll have to try to find a space for it.
You are such a treasure to the world, but to us, you'll always be Ronnie. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Ronald Hartwig.
How we doing today? It's one of those days where, you know, last night, because, you know, district tournaments are starting to wind down, I should say, we didn't have as much action as we normally do on a Monday night. We still had a few volleyball games and I think one girls soccer game that Gary Leininger was actually a part of. So you can find Beaver Local Girls Soccer on Smug Mug for the first time this season. They won 6-0 over Riverview to go to the district championship. And then we had, I think, 1, 2, 3 divisions in volleyball, but they're also the divisions we don't have a ton of teams in. So it was kind of a light night for volleyball districts as well. But
I want to go back to something you said there. 6-0. Are we still doing the nil thing here in America, or do we just let that go?
No, I think it's one of those like optional things you could do if you're a soccer fanatic. I completely forgot about nil. 6-0.
Do you remember when like that was like a thing? Like,
oh yeah,
broadcasters were being corrected. It's nil. It's okay.
Those European broadcasters always want to. It's aluminium.
Somebody actually said that?
No, it's just because they say aluminum, but they pronounce it aluminium.
Who does?
The English.
Can we just tell them they're wrong? By golly, we invented the language. We're right about everything. Wrong again.
Elevators are lifts.
No, they're not. They're elevators.
I know.
Nobody says it's a lift pitch. It's an elevator pitch.
The telly. I'm gonna watch some football on the telly.
For people, oh gosh, for people that make things sound very smart, they are dumb. Because the telly could be the telephone or the television.
But if you're saying you're watching it, you're not watching the telephone, right?
You could watch the telephone.
I mean, now you can, I guess. Back in the day,
I watch my telephone
all the time,
like a television.
Inflected up, always asking a question over there in the UK.
In Canada. Isn't it great to be American? Isn't it just wonderful to be born?
Awesome.
It's like winning the lottery.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to worry about any of those stupid things like lifts. The Beatles. Come on. The Beatles weren't a big deal over in England. They were a big deal here.
And they came over from England and they blew up.
Yeah. If it wasn't for America, there would be no Beatles. Remember
That's true. That's true.
you wouldn't have Elvis Presley. This is America, the greatest
This is
country of all
America.
time.
We beat your butts twice, 2 different wars, and then we saved you in a couple others.
Yeah, you
You're
don't
welcome.
want. Yeah, you're welcome. Is exactly right. We have sports to talk about, sort of, today. It is a slow day, I will tell you that, but we are trying to do our best to tap dance around what is a slow. Anthony, we're moving into a slow part of the year.
Yeah, it's going to be that gap. There's always a little tiny gap between sports, and when volleyball and soccer inevitably getting into even regionals, we're going to have less and less teams to follow there. Football's going to start to get in the playoffs. We're going to have about a 3-week gap where we're going to have to get kind of creative in content, which is my job, and we'll definitely not let the website go dark. We'll definitely put some fun stuff up in that gap, but it's when we get to kind of flex our tap dancing muscles a little bit as we transition from one season to the other.
You talk about a lot about our website going dark or not going dark, for that matter. There's a lot of websites that went dark yesterday. I don't know if you caught all of that. I'm still kind of wading through some of the the websites that went down, and I was so proud that ours, like aluminum or whatever they call it,
Aluminium.
We just stood tall, baby.
We stood tall, man.
We were Iron Man yesterday. There's no doubt about it. I feel bad for them because I hate it when your website goes down. There is nothing like it. It's like losing your wallet and you don't know where it is.
It's like the first day of COVID when we put up the football, and our website was not even close to ready for it, and the whole server crashed.
That was cool. I was in Niles. You want to talk about a certain way that you feel. I mean, I guess when 70,000 people come to a website at one time on a Thursday night, like, we had everybody ready for Friday.
Yeah.
Not Thursday.
Not Thursday.
Not Thursday. They're like, okay, I think we're ready for Friday. And website just crashes. Okay, we were ready for Friday.
We were not ready for Thursday.
Thursday was not prepared. We dropped the ball. Hey, we bounced back.
And now here we are, just a couple of years later, and we stand through the darkness of other websites crashing. We're the ones standing.
When the millions and millions of people come to ysnlive.com on any given year, boy, we are scratching the surface on some new territory here in 2025. Makes me really excited for 2026. But at the same time, when you look at like all the work that we've done this year, what I used to get really excited for was like, okay, the number at the end of the year. Like, what's our number? What's the unveiling? And now it's like we do all this work and then you unveil it and you're like, oh crap, we got to do this again next year. Bigger somehow.
We keep setting the bar higher. What are we doing to ourselves?
It's a rat race we're not going to win at this point. Like, it's a scenario where you look at some of these teams around the area, football or otherwise, and you go, okay, we're 9-0 or we're 9-1 or whatever it may. The only way you can go up is 10-0. And then you can go, we can win regionals. Then you got to win state. And then guess what? That's it. That's your bar. Once you hit that, you're like, oh boy, there's going to be a fallout at some point.
Next year.
That first week in January is so deflating. It's just like you just see all the numbers go, like these huge numbers for the year that we look up every day. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it just goes to 0. And you're like, what happened to all of our people? Nobody likes us anymore. And then you realize people still love you. They just, oh man, it's so deflating. But we have a stat from our one and only Mr. Mike Swinehart. It's the Swinehart stat of the day. In football, Anthony, 18 teams in the YSN universe have clinched. But with only 1 week to go, less than 1 week, with days to go, 19 teams can still get into the playoffs from YSN.
So that's a total possibility, math-wise.
37.
37 YSN teams could make the playoffs after Week 10 if everything goes our way in the YSN family. So,
And that, keep in mind, all of that is with a lower amount
Yeah.
of teams making the playoffs this year.
exactly.
So my question to you, my friend, and by the way, that stat brought to you by Mike Swinehart, who is an absolute genius. I don't understand. He basically owns the internet. You've seen it in person. I get to watch it on a regular basis. I don't understand it.
The real fun part is when Friday night comes and we're looking for scores of the games we're not broadcasting, maybe a team's on the road or something. I'm looking I'm using my social media. That's all I got. And he just pops up with a score because he found it on some random stream or some contact or some random reporter on Twitter that I had no idea exists. He's like, oh yeah, I got that score like 20 minutes ago. I was like, oh, great.
We're gonna have to start calling him Satellite or something because he just somehow he always finds these scores or the stats that we need. Always Mike Swinehart, and he is a weapon for us.
Mhm.
Just an absolute weapon at our disposal. I would not want to make him mad. If you made him mad, he could find out anything about you. I'm like,
that's right.
oh, that would be bad. Like he found, you piss him off and he finds out your sixth grade math test
Hey, remember
score, and he's like, "Hey, remember? No,
14
I don't.
years ago in South Carolina. What?
You're really terrible at algebra. I know this because I have your sixth grade math test." Dun dun dun.
Those files were sealed, not for me.
Mrs. McGee said she burned that. Yeah, he's a weapon, but with all that power comes great responsibility for the Mike Swinehart, and he uses it very well. I will tell you that there are a lot of teams that are on edge right now in Week 10. You look at South Range.
Yeah,
who
they're really on edge.
Boy, he told us the stat. Maybe you were there. I can't remember if you were out of the studio yet on Friday. He said that South Range, South Range wins and they're in. If South Range loses, there is a 20% or less chance of them getting into the playoffs in 2025.
That would make them 5-loss team. It's going to be real. I mean, it would obviously be real tough to get into the playoffs with 5 losses. And if they do, they have, obviously they'd be the 12 seed, which would not be an easy first round match. I think right now, if the playoffs started today, it would be St. Clairsville, if I remember correctly. If it was 12 versus 5.
I'm on it. We're gonna go through some of these.
I'm trying to remember the last time South Range missed the playoffs.
I want to say it was
maybe 2012.
I think it was after that.
That was 7-3. I think
they had a tough. They had like a 4-6 season.
Okay, I'm trying.
Isaac got hurt. It was 2018 maybe. I don't remember. Okay, so right now, South Range is listed as. Hang tight. Oh boy, where are they? They are 11 right now. Pymatuning Valley is 12. And there is not a lot of points between. South Range is sitting there at 8.7833. Pymatuning Valley is 8.7331. And see, I think they're in. But Joe Idle says win. What does it say? With a win, they're in. With a loss, -6 out. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
maybe like with a loss, and then they'd have to lose. 6 points would be ridiculous. You don't
With
lose
a
that
win,
long.
they're 4-12. Oh, I see what they're saying. Okay, I stand correct. All right, so with a win, they're anywhere from 4-12 seed.
Oh, okay.
With a loss, they're anywhere from 6 to out. So you look at that, and
Can you imagine if it all worked out? They lost and they were still a 6 seed at 5-5. I mean, that would probably be something really bonkers happening. That would probably never happen, but that would be really hilarious. A 5-5, 6 seed.
And here's the interesting part we haven't talked about yet is you've got Gerard, who has overtaken Mooney at the top of
That
the
is
leaderboard.
interesting. That is
Because-
interesting.
I mean, Gerard undefeated, obviously. Mooney with 1 loss.
Because
2 losses, 7-2.
After last week, Mooney got that 1 seed for beating Warren Harding. So it must have just been enough. Gerard beating Hubbard, which is a little bit upper division, must have just given him a little bit more points than Mooney beating the D5 South Range, and getting him up there. Now Mooney doesn't play this week, so can they keep that 2 spot with a bye week?
Will the divisor help them? help
Right.
Mooney? That's what I mean. The divisors. I don't know what you do about it. We've talked about cancellations and how we feel about it. Obviously, this one's out of Urslin's control a little bit, and out of Mooney's control. But what does that do to Cardinal Mooney here at the 2 spot? I don't think that they're. I mean, are you mad if you're Mooney? Because essentially, if you get a home game and it's Gerard versus Mooney, you've got to rent out the ice castle.
Right.
So,
And-
are you mad that you're the 2 seed at this point? I mean, I'm just being honest.
Mm.
It actually saves you money, technically, if we're calling out realities here. And Gerard, I got to be honest, they look like a 1 seed. We've talked about it before. Like, they just look the part as a 1 seed. Poland is sitting there at 3rd. Garfield is 4th.
Still. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And it looks like they're going to stay there. St. Clairsville is more than a point away from them. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, this looks pretty solid.
That
the
means
top end.
we're pretty much, I mean, as close as possible to being guaranteed all 4 top seeds in Division 5 YSN.
Not to mention Liberty in there at 6, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at who else we have in here. We got Edison, who is a former YSN school. Berkshire in at 8. Claymont at 9. Who else we have here? Manchester. New Franklin, Manchester in at 10. South Range at 11. Pymatuning Valley at 12. So if it were to end right now, if it were all said and done, do we know what the matchup is? Is it?
I think it's 6 versus 5, 12, 6, 11, 7, 10, 8, 9. I think.
Okay.
So I think it would be South Range versus Liberty.
Oh, boy. We've seen that one before. This is a different Liberty team, though, man.
Yeah. That would be a real electric matchup. Two teams with players that can make really big plays in an instant that we've seen all season.
Okay, so just so people don't think we're obsessing about, I mean, we've talked about D5 is going to be the fun one for us
Right.
for many reasons because we have a huge amount of teams in it. Let's look at D7. Fairport Harbor and Fairport Harding, number 1. McDonald, number 2. Mogador, number 3. Monroeville is number 4. East Palestine, number 5, hanging on, hanging in. Malvern, number 6. East Canton, number 7. We've got, who's that? St. Paul is number 8. Lisbon is number 9. Number 10 is St. John. Number 11 is Lowellville. And what did I say, Anthony Ronald Hartwig? Who did I say would rise up from the ashes?
Warren JFK.
Number 12. And here's what I'm going to tell you.
Just got to win this week. Take care of
Jackson
Lakota.
Milton.
Is it Lutheran East this week for
Yes.
JFK.
And it's like a 2:00 game.
Yeah,
On
on
Friday?
Saturday. No, is it Saturday or Friday? I don't remember.
It's Friday on our on our schedule, which I thought was interesting because I was like, well, hey, I might be able to go get that game and then make it all the way back to range for the 7 p.m. game.
Yeah, 3 o'clock. It's at Lutheran East though.
Yeah, I can't do it. I did the mapping out. I mean, if that game goes, I mean, the game on Saturday that I did with Dave Rudd went, and there was also like 70 points. So,
Yeah.
But you just never know, and you don't want to necessarily do that.
Yeah, that's a 4-hour gap, and it'd be up in. I mean, Lutheran East isn't exactly a quick over the around the bend drive.
We're trying to get it, and there's a way we can get it, but obviously this is not what we want. There's a game that is a 50-50 at this point because we've had issues with getting in the past. And if we can get that guy to go to the JFK game, in the case of a loss of the game that he was supposed to go to, I'm okay with that because there's a lot more playoff implications with the JFK game than the other game. But I will say this: a rematch from JFK and East Palestine is potentially on the horizon.
Ooh.
You sit there and you think about that. That's a tough JFK team that's rising.
Yeah, I don't think everyone in Division 7, especially if you're not a top 4 seed, is probably rooting against JFK this week because I don't think anyone wants to see JFK, who play not Division 7 teams all season. I don't think anyone wants to see them get into the Division 7 playoffs where they look around and they go, oh, all these guys are actually our size now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think anybody wants to see old Stephen Thomas on the gridiron. Yeah. Okay, so just so we know, Lutheran East is 4-5. I will get you their losses here. They have lost to Norton 54-20. They have lost to Ridgewood 23-20. They had a 3-game losing streak at the weeks 2, 3, and 4. North, which I have no idea.
I think that's probably Akron North.
Akron North, if that's the case, 31-0. They won a couple games. Then they lost to Benedictine, big school, 28-7. They won against Cleveland Central Catholic, which JFK just beat, correct?
Yes. Or it was Cleveland. Yeah, right.
And then, they had Canton Central, and then they had Cleveland Central. And then they just lost to Lucas,
which is a D6 powerhouse.
26-12. Yeah, Lucas. Yeah.
Those Cubs. They're the Cubs. They're always in the regional finals, it seems like, every year.
So I'm looking at the teams that they beat, and the only common denominator is Cleveland Central Catholic.
And they both won.
What did JFK win by? 34-12 here. I can find it. Sit still. I can do this. It was 32-12.
Oh.
I think we have to make an amendment to the schedule. I think we need this game.
Yeah.
I think we need this game, Anthony. The more that I'm digging into it, I've got to make a call to Chris Sigler. We need this game. But if you're sitting, I mean, not that East Palestine's necessarily afraid of anybody.
No,
at this point.
Yeah. They would take up the and it would be a home game for EP, so they would gladly welcome in anybody. But I think if they had a pick, if they could choose who they wanted to play, they'd be like, let's not do JFK. Let's try something else.
And let's be fair here. JFK doesn't really have a home. Like, they don't have their own stadium.
They
rent out Liberty.
Yeah.
So, boy, sign me up. That would be a Rutledge, Chanel. Boy, oh boy.
And remember last year, EP gave them a pretty good
Two-score
fight,
lead.
especially in the first half.
They had a 2-score lead. If I'm not
So
misremembering,
they'd circle that game. Say there's nothing that we look at that and say we can't win that game if we play consistent, all the way through.
Who does Jackson Milton have here? Jackson Milton has Western Reserve.
Ooh,
Whew.
that's D6, so that'll give him some points. I don't know if it'd be enough to jump JFK if JFK wins though.
Reserve D6?
Yeah, I think D6, right? Or are they D7?
No, they are D7. They are D7 because they are in the 15 slot. I thought they were D7. They're in the 15 slot right now. So, I mean,
Jackson Milton has to win and hope that JFK loses to get in.
Boy,
and even that might not be enough if some of JFK's upper division opponents win this week and they get some point boost from that. It might not be enough to get Jackson Milton in anyway.
If you're looking at almost the worst case scenario for East Palestine, it is the 11 and 12 seed. Because you're sitting there at 5. You're playing now. There's a 2-point gap between East Palestine and Monroeville, so you're not going to get that. You're not going to close that gap. It's just not going to happen. I mean, they could fall anywhere from 5 to 8. So if you're East Palestine, you're either playing right now. If the season ended, you're either playing JFK as the 5 seed, you're playing Lowellville as the 6 seed, or St. John as the 7 seed. Here's the problem right now is this year, as we've seen, East Palestine has been susceptible to the pass.
Mm-hmm.
Lowellville has one of the best passing attacks
in
D7 in Ricky Wilrich.
Yep.
So you start wondering about this is where the coaches make their money, right? Because you start wondering, okay, we don't want to lose. There's no, you don't go into a game wanting to lose, but what sets us up best? There could be a lot of scoreboard watching on Friday. Yeah. Boy. Because Valley's coming in. And they're hungry coming off a tough loss.
Tough loss. And you just don't know how East Palestine will respond to their loss, because that was the worst loss of the season as far as they just got dominated by a team that they probably went in thinking they could beat.
There's no doubt.
You got to be able to get yourself back off the mat from that very quickly.
It's Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and to Ohio State's credit, they got themselves off the mat pretty quickly after losing to Michigan. So East Palestine has to do the exact same thing.
They got to go for a run here.
Yeah.
Go on a run, not for a run. On a run. Go for a run. Doesn't do anything for you. You go on a run, you're all right. Let's look at D6. Kirtland, number 1. Crestview, number 2. United, number 3. Smithville, number 4. Columbia at number 5. Dalton, like how I said it the right way. Mm-hmm. Dalton at 6. Wycliffe, 7. Mineral Ridge at 8. Springfield at 9. Cuyahoga Heights, 10. Sugar Creek Garaway at number 11. And the Columbiana Clippers. How about it? Bo Spate. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm looking at this thing. I can only hear. I've only got audio right now. And I'm like, I heard the Clipper. I was, our hands they just go one. Sitting on the outside looking in right now, Sullivan Black River. First team that ever played East Palestine in postseason history, by the way.
Oh,
they lost.
Good nugget.
They are sitting there at 13. Rootstown sitting at 4. And I was told it's Rootstown, not Rootstown, the way that we say it here in Northeast Ohio. Rootstown is at 14. Just feels icky saying it like that.
Someone should tell him it's spelled Rootstown. So
It just feels icky saying Rootstown. I'm getting calls, so I must be either pissing people off or getting people excited. Brookfield is sitting at 15. Dude, like everybody can get in here. This is wild.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be an exciting week 10.
Anthony, I'm not kidding. Like you can go all the way down to the 18 seed, which is Grand Valley. LeBray is at 17. Was it Rittman at 16?
Rittman, yeah.
They can all get in with a win. This is wild. Camel is eliminated. They have been eliminated from contention in the playoffs. Who else? Anybody? Valley Christian has been eliminated from the playoffs. So you got a team that Newton Falls as well.
Mm-hmm.
St. Thomas Aquinas, who is very close to be signing with YSN. So we'll acknowledge them. But like Palestine's got a dangerous Valley Christian team. They got nothing to lose here.
Right.
And they can just play spoiler, which is sometimes a little bit more fun.
And they know that this is the last game of the season. So they know that they have, there's no tomorrow. There's literally nothing to lose. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to just put their kids in danger, but at the same time, I think their kids are going to play with a little bit more reckless abandon because they know, hey, we don't have to keep ourselves healthy for next week, So there might be some kitchen sink being thrown for Valley Christian.
Let's look at D4 real quick. We've got number 1, Norton. Number 2 is Perry. What Perry is that? R. Perry?
Yeah, R. Perry. D4.
R. Perry. Okay, they're at number 2. West Branch is number 3. You've got Cleveland Glenville. Whew.
Ted Ginn Academy.
Yeah, they are dangerous. They are number 4. Lake Catholic. Menor Lake Catholic sitting at number 5. Good for them. NDCL is sitting at number 6. Mm-hmm. You have Streetsboro sitting at number 7. Northwest, Canal Fulton Northwest, sitting at number 8. Number 9 is Hubbard. Number 10 is Salem. Number 11 is Edgewood. Some YSN schools here. West Geauga, who plays Orange, we learned yesterday, sitting at number 12. Outside looking in, who do we got? We got Woodridge. We've got Buchtel. We have Marlington, Conneaut. Oh, these guys are like out. No, this is pretty much like locked in.
The opposite of D6.
There's only one school. Woodridge is the only one that can get in at this point. So Woodridge is the second biggest Orange fans in history.
Yes. Second to us. Woodridge is going, let's go.
Win, lose, or tie, baby.
Yeah, when I hear those schools, Glenville is a 4 is just I don't care who's 1, 2, and 3, they're dangerous. We all know that. Whoever they play, whenever they play, they're loaded, they're big, they're nasty, they're full of talent. It's gonna be a tough task for anyone to get out of the region against them. And that one seed is looking there like they're the 4. We have to play them in the regional semifinals.
Well, wait a minute. So ideally it would go if it goes chalk, it would go Glenville versus Menor Lake Catholic, right? Because it would go 4-5.
Yeah, that would be the first, like the Glenville's first game, and then
Week
if they
12.
win, if they win and one seed wins, it'd be 1-4-2-3 if it goes chalk. I think if they don't re-rank them.
So Norton's sitting there like, "Oh, dude, come on."
I
mean, we could see West Branch Perry, which would be good.
Yeah.
And these are home games too, by the way.
I'm really impressed with those season Perry's because they lost a quarterback that is D1, going to the MAC, and Walter Moses. And they have not missed a beat. I think a lot of people thought Perry would kind of go down a little bit this year because they lost a really good senior class. But they're firing on all cylinders this year, right back in that 2 seed.
So Hubbard is in. They have clinched. Right now they're sitting at 9. Mm. When you think about this game against South Range, which I think has all the makings of an instant classic. Mm-hmm. When you got Braden Songer against a South Range team that has been susceptible to the pass. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a shootout. The over-under is going to be 1,000.
Hubbard can also, I believe, earn a home game. You know, if they win and they get into that top 8, they'll have a home game in round 1. So
they can win and get in there with anywhere from 8 to 10 or 5 to 10. They said
right. So
1 through 4 is set up in D4. All right, let's go to Division 3, and then we'll get quickly to 2 because that's the one we have the least in. Number 1 in Division 3, Region 9, our own Canfield Cardinals, who are pretty much etched there at the top. I don't think anybody's getting them. Cuyahoga Falls, or what is it? Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, CVCA.
Yeah, CVCA.
Is sitting there at number 2, and they are 3 points behind. So I think that's pretty safe for them. And then you've got Hawken, who Sam has told us a lot about Hawken.
They're good
this year. They are very, very good. They're sitting at number 3. Villa Angela St. Joe's, they are sitting at number 4. Then you've got Kenston at number 5. Alliance at number 6. Nope. Mm-hmm. Yeah, number 6. Then you've got Geneva, who we know so much about, the Bryce Pete wagon. Then you've got Madison, who those two teams do not like each other, as I understand.
Nope.
You've Chardon coming in at number 9, which is a surprise to a lot of people, the Hilltoppers.
Dangerous.
Then you've got Benedictine, who is sitting at number 10. Akron East is sitting at 11. Gilmore Academy at 12. Youngstown East at 13. What does Youngstown East need to get in? They need a win and some help. As Gilmore Academy, let's find this, will take on, oh my gosh, Maple Heights, who is 6-3, it looks like. So it could happen. And East obviously has Cheney for the last matchup ever. And East kind of has the opportunity to wait things out because they can see what happens on Friday night and they can respond on Saturday at noon when that game happens, which we will not have, to my understanding, here on the network. So
unless someone comes up in the next couple of days and claims it. I mean, we still have some time. It's only Tuesday.
No. I don't even think it's that. So
I just thought it. Okay.
Yeah,
my bad. I misspoke.
Archbishop Hoban at number 1 in Division 2.
There's soccer there.
Region 5. We have Uniontown Lake, which we know very well. Yep. That was who South Range opened up against this year at Rominger Stadium. They're number 2 in Division 2. Austintown Fitch, know those guys pretty well. They are number 3. And you've got Hudson at number 4. Walsh Jesuit, number 5. Ooh.
Walsh is dangerous.
And they're stuck there at 5 too.
Yeah.
Because they've got 3 or 4 points, 3 points between them and Nordonia. Garfield Heights, excuse me, at 7. Riverside at 8. At 9, you got Twinsburg. You've got South, Willoughby South. At 10, you've got Mayfield. At 11, you've got University School. University School is D2 now?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Have they always been?
They've always been upper division. I don't know if they've always been 2, but I think they were when South Range went there and beat them.
I remember that. That was the flip game.
That was the flip game.
Shane Lindstrom, by the way, shout out. Number 13, the Boardman Spartans, who take on Canfield. So
right,
basically, win and you're in. And what do you got for Hunting Valley University School? University School needs. Oh boy, they play Howland.
Well.
Oh boy.
Come on, Tigers. Shock the world. Let's go.
Never more now than ever. It's Tiger time. And when you look at this, and we're not even going to go over D1 because we have 0 teams.
We don't have any teams
in D1. But what we're trying to get to is there's an excitement this time of year that you have to be aware of for many different reasons, because like I was not good in math in high school, but you sit there and you look at, okay, if this team, like it is like Kevin from The Office on the bus when he's talking about pi as opposed to when he's talking about just regular numbers. Football fans are able to do that math very quickly and understand, okay, we need this team to lose in order for us to get in. And if this team wins, then we can't, it's wild to be able to see it.
When you first learn multiplication, you have to do the tables. I was always best at sevens because it was football. So it was like 7, 14, 21, 28. I knew that like by heart before I even knew multiplication. So that made the sevens, at least on the times tables, really easy for me as a fourth grader.
That's really clever. Except for you were a Packers fan probably at that time, and there was a lot of sevens.
No. I was younger as a Packers fan than fourth grade. It was like little kid, 5, 6, 7 years old, just trying to be a little bit different from my family. And I picked them because I liked the color scheme as a 5-year-old. So
it's a good color scheme.
Green and yellow. It's that dark navy, that dark forest green too, and yellow. Look really good together. And they were good. So I was a little bit of a bandwagoner when I was a 5-year-old because they had Brett Favre and they won a Super Bowl. So I was kind of a bandwagoner.
Well,
and they went to another Super Bowl the year after.
You got Joe Montana there for a little bit.
We did have Joe Montana as a Chief. That was like I was born though. He came when I was 2 years old.
Oh my gosh!
When I was 3.
I remember watching that playoff game on
Buffalo
TV. Yeah, on TV.
Ugh, he got concussed, and that was the end of that.
That was he hit the back of his head hard.
We also
talked about that one with Mr. Potesta a long time ago.
Yeah, I did. That was the Chiefs team that kind of had the people that no one wanted anymore because he had Marcus Allen in the backfield, and the Raiders kind of gave up on him, and the Niners gave up on Joe Montana, and they still went to the AFC Championship game. Proved to some people that they could still play. So
let me ask you a question here. In all of your 9 weeks here of Audible Call and the Joe Dickey Electric Scoreboard Show and all the stuff, I mean, you're in a situation where you can't announce the football games, or you would.
Right. But I would.
You and Mike Ackelson have probably the most detailed knowledge about everybody across the board.
Right.
Who, in your estimation, has the most to gain or lose in Week 10?
The most to see, I'm trying to quantify how much not making the playoffs would be a loss for South Range. I don't know how much, because you go into this year, you always want to win, but you also kind of knew this was going to be a transition year. You know what they have at 8th grade. You know what they have coming up. You kind of understood maybe a little bit that this was going to be one of those years where, they were learning. They had a learning curve a little bit. So I don't know if it would be like a necessary huge loss to go 5-5. Obviously, you always want to make the playoffs. I want to say South Range, but I don't want to say that it would be a complete unsuccessful season if they didn't make the playoffs. I think the most to gain would obviously be Boardman. When I'm coming through, like, you have a chance to go to the playoffs and beat your rival in Canfield, and I think they can do it with the way they played against Austintown last week. They showed it, like, if you can compete with Austintown, Fitch, you can compete with Canfield. Like, those are two high caliber teams.
I'm kind of with you.
So I think also there are some teams that, like in that D6, that have looked really good at times that can win and have a path to get in. I'm thinking like LeBray has looked really good at times this year. And if they have the right team show up in Week 10, they can kind of weasel their way into the playoffs and have a path if they win. So there are a lot of teams in D6, like we said, that have a lot to gain if they get a win. There's 18 all the way up to the 18th seed with still a chance to make the playoffs in D6. So I think when you look at most to gain, it's probably a lot of teams in D6. Most to lose, I think all of our teams have solidified that top 4 spot if they're in there, and they can't get – there's none of the teams that are outside of it they can't get in there, if I'm not mistaken. That was a lot to take in on the seedings at once.
Yeah, sorry.
Um,
And it's better as a visual. We don't have the visuals.
Right.
We don't have a producer. We are the producers.
I think the most to lose would probably be JFK, right? Because if you lose, you don't make the playoffs. You win,
I think
you
you're
win,
right.
you're in. You
I
win,
think
you're in. You lose, you don't make it. So it's literally a win or loss game.
Here's the thing the next question that I want to set this up is you look at South Range is in there at the 11 seed. And again, it says you can get anywhere from 4 to 12 with a win. I think if they end up being the 11 seed, and I think they're going to get points if they, obviously because Hubbard's up a division, they'll get some points. But a lot of that depends on what happens with the teams above them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If they end up being an 11 seed.
And they also have to root for the teams that they've beat this year to get some wins. That'll give them some extra points too.
I mean, you're looking at St. Clairsville versus Pymatuning Valley in week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Or week 11, sorry. You're looking at Liberty in South Range. So let's say, I mean, that you're probably you're matching up with Poland in week 12. Liberty or South Range, right? Because they don't reseed.
Okay, so yeah, it would be the 3 seed because if Cock played out, it would be 6 versus 3,
which is
still Poland, right?
Poland,
yeah. So,
or you get a matchup with Mooney if you move up 1,
right?
So basically,
or if you down
South
1,
Range,
you get a matchup with Gerard. If you go in the 12 seed,
if you're South Range, you're most likely getting a rematch of somebody that you played earlier that season. And then it becomes, like we talked about with East Palestine, who's the biggest dog in the yard?
Right.
You know, and what attitude do you want?
You wonder, too, like, how dangerous does South Range get in the playoffs because of their pedigree, because of their, like, playoff experience? Because we've seen at every level, college, pro, doesn't matter, every sport, we've seen some teams that are like really good historically have a little down year, but get into the playoffs. And then there's a playoff mode that kicks in and they make a run because they just know how to win those kind of games. So you wonder if South Range gets in, do they automatically become very dangerous because they just know how to win playoff games?
Well, it's just one of those situations too, where how did South Range get to be where they are? And it's because of all the extra games that they got to play along the way over the last decade, right? And in a year, and I think I'm going to answer your question from earlier, like how much of a loss is it if South Range loses and doesn't make the playoffs? I think it's a huge loss because the experience alone of getting into the playoffs, and as our buddy Andy says, all you need is a chip in a chair, right? You sit there and you know what you know against Gerard, Cardinal Mooney, in Poland. You don't know anything about Garfield other than, you know, you've matched up before and for the most part, you've taken advantage of it. You know, Garfield has had success against South Range in the past. I will say that with all due respect. But you look at, I mean, the top 4. Is it really an advantage? And this is why some schools, and you can't really do it if you're, you know, Gerard or Poland because you're in the NE8. This is why some schools, some athletic directors don't play anybody in their region during the year from the fear of, well, if we got to play them again, the odds are not in our favor.
When your conference is loaded with teams in your region, though, you're kind of got your hands tied a little bit, you know.
Man, who has the advantage in these games? And listen, we talk about it all the time, but you look at what the Mooney South Range thriller.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Cardinal Mooney, is this the worst matchup for you? I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Although I think as much as South Range can say we were a couple of plays away from winning that, I'm sure Mooney's sitting there watching the film going, we probably could have won by more. There were plays that Mooney left on the field there too. They're like, we probably could have put this game away. Weren't they up like 20-7?
And to Mooney's credit, they were missing some dudes.
Right. So
Ike
like
Lake didn't play. Dom Letlow didn't play. I mean, they've got some guys that they held out maybe for an instance like this.
Mhm.
But you look at Girard. To that point in the season, South Range was more successful than any other team that Girard took the field with. And then obviously you had the Poland game. I think that's the matchup that everybody wants to see again, is Poland Girard part 2. Who doesn't
Right.
sign up for that? Like, you're crazy if you don't.
Right.
The ratings for us are going to be off the charts.
You got to think that, and I'm not discounting the South Range first round game, but you got to think that if South Range gets in, one of those two teams has to get through them before they get to the rematch with each other. Probably.
Which will be, I mean, this, and I love Division 5 Region 17 because it is like a Rocky movie, right? It is just haymaker. It is, I think, and I'm being honest, because of the size of the school, it's not too big, it's not too small. It is the perfect representation of Youngstown football. Am I wrong?
Agree. I agree with that.
Like, you've got dogs, you got kids that are just triers. Some kids will never go on to play high or college football. You've got kids that are double and they play in the band. But you've also got kids that will go play Division 3, Division 2, Division 1 football. You mean Dom Letlow? He's got a ton of offers, as I understand, to go play. He's an athletic freak.
I think AJ Pearson will. When he gets a little bit older.
I would imagine. Dave Zippolita is going to have a few. You look at that. What's the status of the team's health? Mm-hmm. Poland was a little bit banged up in that Girard game. What are they going to look like when they get to week 11? Week 12, I guess, because they'll have a bye. What is Mooney going to look like with 3 weeks off? This whole thing, it's all new to us. It's all new to us, and it's very, very interesting. It's very intriguing. The whole thing's intriguing. Division 5, though, and I'm going to warn you right now, if you're out there and you're sitting there going, okay, why is this? Because Division 5 Region 17 is the most exciting region we have.
Right.
Not to take anything away from what is turning into what a slobber knocker in Division 7 we have. Because if JFK gets in there, oh boy,
here comes the party.
I don't want to take any credit or toot my own horn, but who was sitting there saying, "Get ready for the rise of the eagle"?
Everyone else was shoveling on their grave, and DJ was over there just with a shovel on his side going, I don't know if we should do this yet.
It's every year. And we go, what's wrong with JFK? What's wrong with JFK? Oh, they aren't who they used to be. And then what happens? Here they come, just like a bat out of hell. Just, I mean, their schedule's set up for this. And I was able to see it a couple Saturdays ago. Damon Bente is one of the most invigorating coaches you can have on a sideline. Because I'm pretty sure that dude would suit it up if he could. If you gave that guy a jersey, a helmet, he doesn't even need shoulder pads. You give him a jersey and a helmet, he's going out there. He's Bayman Dente. Like that's who he's gonna be. The transfer kid. He's got them feeling a certain way, and they are playing some of the best football they've played all year. And that's not a team you want to get in front of. Whew. Hey, we're in for it, buddy. We are in for it. And we also did a whole hour.
Let's go. It got away from us in a hurry. Way to go. That was just talk. That's good. That's good conversation.
That was good conversation. I'll take that. But that was QB1 over here. Just audible. Last minute. Omaha! Seiko! That's what it was. Shout out. That's a lot of years, and that's a lot of experience. That's tap dancing, baby. Best to do it. Nice job, Anthony. That was a really good job. Really good show out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Let's go.
We've had some really, really bad shows. This was not one of them. We got better. We got better. I'm proud of us. You are on your own tomorrow. Good luck with that.
All right. I'll follow it up nicely.
Are you going to do the old talk to yourself, or are you going to just throw some?
We'll have some interviews. We'll have some talk to them. We'll have plenty of volleyball to recap because there's a lot of district semifinals tonight. So
you will be.
I will be at Canfield. They sponsored their tournament game. They have Akron, St. Vincent, St. Mary coming to Canfield as they try to get into this district championship game, and I'll be there for that one at 5:00. ysnlive.com. Thank you to the Canfield Volleyball Boosters for sponsoring that game and bring it free to everyone else who wants to watch it.
We're excited for that. Also, for those of you who are asking again, we will have pay-per-view for football starting in week 11. So just get ready for that. Be ready for all of these fictitious accounts to be popping up. We are going to try to make a video for you to walk you through the purchase process of purchasing a YSN pay-per-view event. So be on the lookout for that.
I want that to be like one of the 1950s fast food training videos.
Dodge dip, dodge, duck, and dodge. If you are charged some obnoxious fee, it is not us.
If you are made to have a subscription, it is not us. We do not have subscribers. You
literally just sign up. You pay with your credit card, $9.99 for all of the games that night. Sometimes I think it charges you 11 something with tax, if I'm not mistaken, or 10 something with tax. That's it. If it's like $60, you did something wrong. So make sure we're going to put that video out for you, hopefully at the end of the week. Get acquainted with it. Love it. Bring it in. Absorb it. And go from there. And if you have questions, please don't call me. With all due respect, no, it's not a hard process. It's not. And I think with the way that people are buying things nowadays, there are some really, really interesting pop-ups, some interesting creative that they have for these cookie advertisements nowadays. So you do have to be careful. But I will tell you that we will make it ginormous so you can buy it, and it's the only thing you'll see. You'll click it, and then you'll go right into the portal, all that stuff, and you should be good by the time kickoff starts. That is for football. There is no other pay-per-view for anything else other than football in the postseason.
And we're talking all the seasons too, not just fall. There's not going to be pay-per-view for basketball. There's not going to be pay-per-view for baseball, softball. That's all going to be sponsored tournament games as always, but pay-per-view for football.
And why is that, you may ask? Because football is all on one night, and everything else is spread out throughout the week.
Let's be honest. Let's call it what it is. We know that people will pay for football.
Well,
it's been proven. We've done the research. We've tried to do basketball before with pay-per-view. It just didn't. It wasn't fruitful enough.
Well, we lost money. Yeah, this is what it boiled down to. It had nothing to do with people buying. It had more to do with what are we doing? Because it's a scenario where if you've got basketball 5 days a week and each game costs us $200, there's more people that would buy on one night than they would buy on all the nights. You know what I mean? So stop giving our marketing plan out to the world, Anthony. Keep that under lock and key, for crying out loud. No, but we're excited for it. Once again, football season, postseason is here. Potentially 37 teams in there. Maximum of 37 teams. So we've already got 18 in. Who else is following suit? It's time for the Joe Dickey Electric. What's Your Spark? Presented by Joe Dickey Electric. They are everything electrical. Just like us. They're available to you on the web 24/7, 365 at DickeyElectric.com. Ronnie, what do you got?
Hey, so today is the first round of RSVP deadlines for the All-Star game that we put out on the invite letter from the ADs last week that we sent out on last Monday. So I just want to remind everyone out there, we have a bunch of confirmations already, but if you are out there and you think that you're an all-star, if you haven't gotten a letter from your AD or whatever it may be, one, check with your AD to see if they got it, and then if you can't find it, reach out to us as soon as possible so we know that your spot is not taken for this all-star game, because we want to get as many people there as we possibly can. We want every school involved. So once again, today was like the first round of RSVP deadlines when we sent out the invites last Monday. So try to get your RSVP is in as soon as possible for that all-star game, because it is coming up quickly. November 2nd at Salem, all-star game for volleyball.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. start.
How many do we have so far? Do we have half?
Let me count. I did not have that number on the top of my head.
Start by sevens.
Good.
I'll go on a little tangent here for mine, and it does regard not the All-Star game for us, which I have no problem with the way that we do things. A lot of people do, or I should say some people do, but it has to do with the all-conference, all whatever voting. Here's what I'm going to tell you is, parents, I'm going to tell you something you probably already know, but you got to be able to swallow. It is very political in those rooms. And a lot of times it is, how many wins and losses, if we won the conference or you lost the conference, all that stuff. It is a challenging thing for coaches, certainly, to have to walk, because there's an agreement that sometimes is in place before the coaches even get there. It's just the way conferences do things. What that means is freshmen and sophomores aren't always the first on the table, no matter what their standings or I guess standing or statistics may be. Mm-hmm. You've got to be ready for it. And even though it sucks, you've got to understand, especially with as many talented sophomores as we have in our area, you have to be ready for it, that your kid could be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Snubbed.
Snubbed. Thank you. Could get snubbed. And please hear me out here. If your son or daughter is snubbed from an all-conference or all-region or all whatever it may be, do not, please, for the sake of all that's holy, please do not go online and complain about a coach, about a conference, about a game, whatever it is. Just keep it internal, because those coaches that you want your kid to be playing for at the next level, they're watching.
Yeah, and no matter how you word it, what people see is you're saying that person's son or daughter didn't deserve it as much as my son or daughter, and that causes a lot of problems.
It is
a lot of stickiness
in your own community, in your own locker room, and I know nobody wants to sit there and watch their son or daughter get snubbed or, not get something that they deserve. Trust me, I understand more than you will ever know. But at the same token, you do not want to add to that pile. You do not want to just throw logs on that fire and burn up any opportunities that your son or daughter may have had over the long run, especially if they're young. Senior parents, hey, burn it down.
As long as you don't have any kids coming up.
I was being facetious. Don't do it. No, it's most senior parents do burn it down anyway. They just absolutely
I'm out of here, sucker.
Bye bridges. But seriously, think about what you're doing before you go to Facebook or Twitter or wherever it may be. Even in your own community, even in a group text, do not do it. I'm telling you, for the betterment, write it out on a piece of paper, crumple it up and eat it or burn it, whatever you want to do, whatever makes you feel better. Do it in a Word doc and then delete it. Don't put it on social media. It's not going to do what you think it's going to do. You're going to get a lot of people that are going to like that post for the wrong reasons.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to like it because you're saying things that they want to say but won't say, because they know that you're burning the house down.
Mm-hmm.
Be better. Please be better. You're not doing your son or daughter or your family any favors, or your community or your teams, whatever it may be. Especially if you have younger kids. Especially if you have younger kids. Like that kid's going to graduate, but you got 2 more. Nothing on the internet is completely deleted. I just want you to know that. Just remember that. All right. Sorry about that. Anthony, go ahead.
No, All-Star update. We have 48 schools represented as of now. 56 total players are going to be at the All-Star game confirmed. We are missing 16 schools, though. So we want 16 schools that are still have not had an RSVP yet. So we could have a possibility if everyone kind of gets their RSVPs in of 72 players.
That would be
the
amazing.
All-Star game. So,
and again, for those, let's set the table. This is not a showcase.
mm-hmm.
We are inviting college recruiters. We are inviting college coaches. I'm willing to bet they will be there. But this is not a showcase for your daughter. This is a great opportunity to play in a game that raises money for a charity, which has not been named yet. We will name, let's say Thursday. We'll roll that out.
All right, awesome.
It's for the betterment of the sport, and your child is one of the ones that we saw and we say they made the sport better.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a showcase. Do not come in and yell at us because your daughter did not get 3 sets. The senior set is my favorite thing that we do in that entire thing. And that was like just kind of happened, right?
5 sets to 25. The last set will be all the seniors together on the floor. So it'll be fun.
Set to 1 million.
Yeah.
But that
as much as we can play. As much as Salem will let us be there.
Don't say that.
No, that's actually bad. Retract. Rewind.
Yeah.
Did not say that.
It's a good time, and we raise money for a lot of good people and good things to happen in our valley.
By the way, we also do have our coaches set. TJ Irons from South Range will be coach number 1, and coach number 2 will be Kira Venzel from Edgewood. So we got some Ashtabula County love from the coaching staff, and we also got the NEA champions from South Range, both conference champions, by the way.
Coach Irons. Can't wait to see Coach Irons down there. No, great. It's a great night. I'm looking forward to it. It's a Sunday. There's not a whole lot going on. And certainly, in case you were wondering too, if your team ends up in the States, don't come.
Don't come. Or if you want to come and watch, come and watch. Just don't play in it because you're not allowed to.
Yeah, we will look out for you in that capacity. We will make sure that you do not violate any OHSA bylaws.
Yep.
But no, we're excited for it. November 2nd, 5 o'clock, Salem High School, John A. Cabas Gymnasium. We will be there, and we'll have limited shirts. All the participants will get a shirt. Mm-hmm. We will have limited shirts for sale because I'm tired of looking at all these shirts from all these events. That's how the cookie crumbles. This has been YSN Live for this beautiful Tuesday, the 21st of October.
Mm-hmm.
And good luck flying solo like Han tomorrow. We appreciate your service.
Good luck on your procedure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sleeping a lot. A lot. Hopefully the eyes get a little better.
And we'll
I was told by someone the other night that I need to not give up on the carrots anytime soon. And I I don't know if that's a fat joke or if it's I can't see anything, so my eyes get.
Well, carotene is supposed to be really good for your eyesight, which are in carrots.
Diabetes is not.
Diabetes is not good for your eyesight.
Diabetes is not.
But I think carrots might help with diabetes a little bit too.
Probably. Carrots over carrot cake, I guess.
Carrot cake.
We will see you next time on YSN Live. I'll see everybody. I'll be here Thursday. I'm not sure how well I'll see you, but I'll be here on Thursday with Anthony Ronald Hartwig. As always, we will be better then. Anthony, may the sports be with you, pal.
And you, my friend.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.